Thomas, through doubt to faith. Doubting Thomas, as Charles Brown once said, you would almost think doubting was his first name. The title Mr. Brown gave to the chapter on Thomas in his book, These 12, was Thomas the Man of Moods. Thomas was actually a realist, a questioner, not one who cuddled his own doubts. He wanted desperately to know, to understand. From the time he left all to follow Jesus, his devotion to his Lord was never in question. In John 14, when Jesus spoke of going to prepare rooms for his disciples in his Father's house, Thomas cried out, "Lord, we don't know where you are going, so how can we know the way?" With the rest of the disciples, he must have been puzzled at the answer, because Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." In John 11, when Jesus proposes to go back to the neighborhood of Jerusalem at the call of Mary and Martha, Thomas, above all the disciples, seemed to understand the terrible danger. Jesus had left Jerusalem because of the hatred of the Jewish leaders, but Thomas rallied his companions with the cry, "Let us go, also, that we may die with him." The bravest are those who recognize danger, yet do not run away from it. Rightly, Jesus chided Thomas for his doubts of the resurrection, but he gave him the evidence his inquiring mind needed. Thomas did not go off and mope with his doubts. He still met with the disciples. He wanted to believe. So long as this desire persisted, there was hope. John is the only gospel which gives Thomas more than a name. After his confession, "My Lord, my God," his future life is recorded only in legend. The most persistent is that he founded Christianity in India, and that there he died a martyr's death. So it might have been. Wherever he lived and died, his faith in his resurrected Lord was his guiding star.